Namaskaram. Hello and welcome, hardworking individuals. Today we are going to discuss about stable coins and India's digital currency strategy. Now, stable coins might be a new term for you. We're also going to discuss about the sandbox technique. This also might be a new term for you. But you might be aware with the term cryptocurrency. Yes, the cryptocurrency global market today is over $2 trillion and cryptos are very volatile. Now, why are we talking about cryptos? Because this stable coins is also similar to the cryptocurrencies, but it is also dissimilar in very basic way. What it is, we'll see. But cryptocurrencies, as I was saying, is very volatile. In the year 2020, in March, cryptos fell by 40% in a day. And if you do trading or if you have invested in the cryptos, you might know that every day cryptos fluctuate by 5 to 10%. So that makes cryptos very volatile. So it is related to the knowledge version. We are not asking you to invest. Let's get started with this. But if you really want to invest and if you're preparing for UPSC's examination or for the UPSC plus TGPSC examination, we are running this batches for you where you can get straight away 50% discount if you enroll in quick times, because it's not going to last forever. So you should not waste any time, and we are going to continue with this stable coins. So what actually are the stable coins? So when you talk about the definition and the core purpose, stable coins, just a minute, are a type of cryptocurrency whose value is pegged to another asset. Now this is something that is not with the cryptos values are not pegged with any other asset, but here you have it with like a fiat currency like the US dollar or on the rupee. Okay, as the value of the dollar will rise, this will also rise. As the value of dollar will go down, this will also go down. So it will be not as volatile as the cryptos. That's something, a commodity or a basket of currencies. Now the key differentiator, what it is: unlike volatile cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum that fluctuate hourly, stable coins maintain stable prices because their value is directly correlated to underlying stable assets. What is the design mechanism? They function as a form of collateralization. The underlying asset backs the digital token, making them predictable for transaction rather than speculative instruments. Now this table here, this is quite important. You can see here that it is explained how the stable coins or the digital currencies for stability are done. Now, Government of India's position on the stable coins. So, Economic Survey 2025 or 26 proposal that the Indian government is willing to experiment with stable coins before allowing them to transactions. With the Economic Survey potentially presenting a formal case for recognizing the stable coins as a legal tender for select transactions. Now, rationale for engagement: government officials state we need to be in sync with the development happening around the world, because the world, especially you see after Donald Trump, this crypto is getting more highlighted because Donald Trump supports it in a very personal way. His family is, investing a lot in it, and recently we heard that they also invested in Pakistan in great deal with the cryptos. So we need a framework to deal with the stable coins, and also, but first we need to check its utility and see if the banking system is equipped to handle the transactions of the stable coins. What is the view of the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman? So see, at the Contelia Economic Conclave October 2025 declared that the innovations like stable coins are transforming the landscape of money and capital flows. What does it suggest? It suggests that the nations either should adapt to the new monetary architecture or they might risk exclusion. What about the proposed Indian model? So there is this ARC model, or the Asset Reserve Certificate. So the Polygon and fintech startup ANQ are developing a sovereign backed token tentatively named Asset Reserve Certificate, which would be issued only against Government of India's securities and treasury bills. Now, twin rupee architecture: under this proposed system, the RBI's central bank digital currency CBDC, these terms that you are hearing You should know because it is something that is going to come in the future again and again, and if you're preparing for examinations, this is really very important. So would serve as the settlement backbone under central bank control, while ARC issued by regulated private player would function as an interaction layer for faster, programmable, and lower cost transactions. What about the monetary sovereignty protection? The ARC designs ensure each unit is backed one to one by sovereign debt, creating a transparent and compliant digital layer that strengthens rather than challenges the RBI's monetary framework. There is this proposed Indian models, what it is. So first, the asset reserve certificate ARC model that we have already seen that the Polygon and fintech startup ANQ are developing it. Now, the twin rupee architecture under this proposed system, the RBI's central bank digital currency would serve as the settlement backbone under the central bank control, while ARC issued by regulated private players would function as an interaction layer for faster programmable and low cost transactions. And the monetary sovereignty protection, the ARC design ensures each unit is backed one to one by sovereign debt, creating a transparent and compliant digital layer. Now, the potential benefit and the use cases, what it can be. So, the cross-border transactions, Visa's group country manager highlighted that this fiat-backed stable coins could modernize cross-border transfer with greater scale, speed, and lower cost compared to the traditional ones. Then the remittance efficiency, stablecoins can reduce remittance cost and improve settlement speed, offering an alternative to expensive international transfers. Strengthening India's balance sheet. Instead of Indian liquidity moving offshore to back dollar-based stablecoins, a sovereign-backed model would keep digital asset tied to India's own government security, deepening the government security markets and the financial inclusion and MSME support. The framework could improve liquidity for MSMEs and expand financial inclusion by enabling faster programmable and low cost. Now, the key regulatory concerns and oppositions, what are there? Number one, money laundering risk. So, obviously, NSE CEO Ashish Chauhan warned that stablecoins could undermine the prevention of money laundering. Then the speculative asset classification, experts argue stablecoins should be treated as speculative assets, not the legal tender. RBI CBDC preference, that is RBI Governor Sanjay Malhotra, urged other central banks to use and promote central bank digital currencies. And the monetary policy implication, the RBI maintains concerns about cryptocurrencies application for monetary policy, capital account flows, and also financial stability. What is the current regulatory landscape in India? So the multi-regulatory approach, the RBI, SEBI, and Ministry of Finance oversees different aspects of cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrencies currently lack a formal regulatory framework in India and are not recognized as a legal tender. Please understand, it can be asked in the examination, though they are taxed at 30% plus 1% TDS. Compliance requirement, virtual digital asset providers must register with the Financial Intelligence, maintain KYC ML standards, and also submit quarterly compliance report on anti-money laundering measures. And the banking services restrictions, bank continue to be prohibited from directly trading or investing in cryptocurrencies, though they can provide basic banking services to regulated crypto exchanges. What is the recommended path forward? So this sandbox environment, this is what I was saying you, what it is just a safe environment where you do the trial and experiment yourself and you don't include a lot of masses in it. So experts suggest creating a regulatory sandbox under the Department of Financial Services to test stable coins in a controlled environment, allowing the government to understand associated risk before bringing the people in it. Phased implementation strategy, government officials indicate the approach should involve checking utility first and assembling banking systems readiness and also the global alignment. The framework aims to position India in sync with global developments while maintaining monetary sovereignty and financial stability protection. What about the critical timeline and next steps? So the Economic Survey 2025-26, this document will formally present the government's case for stablecoin experimentation. Institutional development, Polygon's co-founder indicate India could have its own stablecoin model within months. Banking system preparedness, before full implementation, thorough assessment of the banking system's capacity to handle stablecoin transaction will be necessary, and the government's approach reflects a pragmatic balance act, acknowledging that digital currencies are reshaping global finance while maintaining safeguards to protect India's monetary sovereignty, financial stability, and regulatory oversight capabilities. So let's see this question. Stable coins are a type of cryptocurrency whose value is typically pegged on an external asset like a fiat currency. That was true on dollar or rupee. The Economic Survey 25-26 may present a case for recognized stable coins. That's also true. The proposed asset reserve certificate model in India and says each unit being backed by Government of India securities and treasury bills. So all three looks to be true, and that is the correct answer. You can pause the video and see the explanation for yourself. But before you go, once again guys, if you are preparing for any of the examinations, remember every topper has a mentor, and you should too. I'll not give any more reasons to you. You can also get some discounts if you are getting our other courses. So call and the numbers given below to get started. We'll meet again if you subscribe and keep working hard. Today or tomorrow, you will be successful. Namaskar.